I don't know how you think about that experience, but people really value industry specific experience. I would advise you don't look at that as investment banking experience. Look at it as metals and mining experience. And I don't mean you're going to go get a job as a financial analyst at a metals and mining publicly traded company, but I mean at a bank. So go to a bank that has metals and mining. You're probably going to see a lot of that in Toronto. I actually had I worked for Barrick Gold Barrick Gold was one of my clients when I was at Corn Ferry. Um, you know, I'm not saying go work for Barrick Gold, but I'm just saying like Canada has a big metals and mining industry, and so that's an opportunity for you. Does BMO, CIBC, do these banks have metals and mining practices? I'm sure they do. Well, parlay your metals and mining experience at the boutique into a metals and mining gig at the bigger job, and then that's your ticket to then get into the States later. People want experience, but I can't get experience till I have experience. Anywhere you can get traction, there's a little bit of a circularity to it, but as long as it's in a spiral and you start to kind of go in the right direction. So what I mean by that is you got a toehold, not just in investment banking, which is great, but also in metals and mining. So you're going to have a big leg up. If they're evaluating 10 people for an investment banking internship and it's a bank that has a metals and mining practice, like you're immediately going to be head and shoulders over 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 of them. It has to go beyond your resume. Like you can't just put it on your resume. You have to speak to it, right? You have to tell stories. You have to articulate the language within the metals and mining community, right? Talk about the metrics that are unique to that industry and use the language. Prove that you have experience. If you do that, you'll immediately be head and shoulders over 9 out of 10 people, and that's going to be enough to get the offer.